Last year, we had a pretty one-sided championship with Max Verstappen and Red Bull dominating everyone else on the grid. But with them being the Constructors' champions in 2022, they will have very limited wind tunnel time, which is further reduced due to the cost cap drama that we all saw unfold. They will have their backs up against the wall with Ferrari and Mercedes looking to pounce and try and fight for the championship. The RB19 will be an adaptation of their RB18, which was almost a perfect car, so there are no glaring issues at all, so they will be able to just improve the car compared to the other teams who will all have something to fix, as their cars were not perfect at all. But with the limited time in the wind tunnel and Ferrari and Mercedes looking like they will be quicker next year, we will be in for a very exciting season that will be full of drama, and that is for certain. In this video, we are going into detail about each of the teams and their chances of winning the championship in 2023 and how we may see 6 drivers fighting all at once for that Drivers' Championship. Let's get right into it. To start off with, we are going to talk about Red Bull and how they are in the best position to be able to retain both championships in 2023. Max Verstappen is probably the best driver on the grid right now, and him entering his prime and his pace is unbelievable with the right car underneath him. The team and Max are a perfect fit, as they know what each other wants, and the RB18 was proof of that. When Verstappen gets the right car, he will dominate everyone else on the grid. Granted, there was little competition, which we will go into more detail later, but you have to beat what was in front of you. And Max did much more than that, with him taking home a record-breaking 15 wins in the season. Red Bull already will have limited CFD and wind tunnel time, as the higher you finish in the constructor standings, the less time you get to make sure the sport is much fairer. They already had a limited 70%, which was later cut to 63% as a fine for breaking the cost cap in 2021, which we have to see how much this will hurt the team, as it could be the deciding factor. The driver lineup of Verstappen and Perez is very strong, with Sergio performing much better than he did in his first year in the team, but the season ended very sorely between the two. It will be very interesting to see how Perez reacts to if he is told to let Max pass, considering Max did not return the favour in Brazil. This could cause a lot of problems for Red Bull, which could then make them lose points, which maybe could mean that Perez gets replaced, because let's be honest, Max is not getting replaced, even if he is at fault for crashing with Perez. Overall, Red Bull will have the head start due to how good the RB18 was, but they will have to not get complacent and will have pressure from Mercedes and Red Bull that they have to watch out for. But what do you think? Will Red Bull and Verstappen be able to retain both the championships? Let us know in the comments below. On to the team who finished behind Red Bull in the championship in Ferrari, who had a quite disappointing 2022, you could say. The season started off very promising, with them being the title favourites, and then you compare it to the end of the season where they were happy and celebrating with finishing P2 in the Constructors' Championship, and Leclerc finishing P2 in the Drivers' Championship on the final race of the season. Their season was full of mistakes, from the team making the wrong call, the drivers costing them crucial points in the season, and of course, one of the most important components, which was the car, which had many problems to say the least. The one thing that was staring everyone in the face was the reliability of the engine, and this cost Leclerc several race wins, which really halted the momentum that he had at the start of the season. The team would make strategy calls which made us fans scratch our heads, as we had no idea what on earth they were sometimes doing, especially in Monaco, which cost Leclerc a win and even a podium. Leclerc and Sainz also made mistakes that cost the team points that dampened their progress, as Red Bull was almost perfect with everything they did. The car had pace at the start of the season, but they did just not develop the car like Red Bull did, who pulled away, and Ferrari dropped back as Mercedes got quicker. The car was very heavy compared to Red Bull, which really affected their lap time in the long run, which they were very poor in. The F175 had very good qualifying pace, with the team getting more pole positions compared to Red Bull, but the tyre wear on the car over long periods was very poor, which meant as the race went on, their pace will simply get worse and worse as it went on. Overall, it is fair to say that Ferrari has stuff that they need to improve on for next year, but we will have to wait and see if they do so. Mercedes are the team that have the most that they need to improve on in 2023, with them having the worst car out of the big three in the W13. But with the team saying they found the issue of the car early in 2022, it is looking promising if they are able to rectify this issue and improve the W13 on its flaws. The car had very poor straight line speed due to the weight of the car, and the livery of the W14 looked to have improved that, with the team going back to black and showing more carbon to reduce as much weight as possible to go quicker on the straights. The team do seem to be very quietly confident in the way they are speaking, so it seems like they may have fixed the issue and also made the W14 even better. But it will be very interesting to see where exactly Mercedes come to the lights out in Bahrain. Will they be fighting for the win or be lucky to get a podium? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. On to the reason why you probably clicked on this video, and that of course is there will be 6 drivers fighting for the championship this season. Well, the short answer is no. But it's more than possible that if all the teams are in and around the same place and pace when the season starts, it is very possible that we will have 2 teams in Red Bull and Ferrari fight for the title, with Verstappen and Leclerc being the 2 going for the wins consistently. But it is hard to rule out Sainz and Perez, who both have the talent and pace to be able to win races, but they have to be as consistent as possible to do this, which will be a tough ask. All 6 of the drivers in the top 3 teams are the best of the best, and if they all have a competitive car that is able to fight, it is possible we will see 6 drivers within a 10th in Q3 all the time. It will be a very good thing for the neutral fan too, as we have not had a battle between so many drivers in such a long time. Through the Toba hybrid era, it's mostly been teammates who finish in the top 2 in the constructor standings. We can only hope that we have a grid that is much closer to providing good racing and more overtakes, but also as the drama will be increased if Ferrari, Mercedes and Red Bull all have a very good car. The drivers of each team know how to win, with all of them having a win under their name. But the question is, will the teams be able to provide them with a good car, and will they be able to perform consistently with it? The season is getting closer and closer as we speak, and I'm sure that all of you are very excited about it. But what are your predictions for the championships? Will it be another dominant season by Red Bull or Mercedes, or Ferrari be able to catch up over the winter? We will have to wait and see if they are right very soon. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, as it means the world to us.